Hey YouTube, what the crap is going on? It's been too long. So here is the heir of Carthage. Even though I've been rather absent, I've just been really busy with work, and then also I have been busy with some other personal things, which I'm not really feeling like discussing with you. But in any case, I've been busy with that, and I don't mean anything bad by that. By any means, things have been going really well. But yeah, so I will bring you videos as I can, when I can, though I can't promise you the rate at which they're going to come out right now. So I'm sure a lot of you are going to have a lot of questions like, Air, how's that going to affect your such and such campaign or your such and such videos? I can't tell you right at the moment, but like I said, I will make you videos as I get the chance to make a video. For me to make the type of videos that I do and the quality that I do, now when I say quality, I'm talking about like resolution and trying to find good battles and footage and all that kind of stuff. So if I make videos that are good quality, it actually takes like an absorbent amount of time. And I used to have a lot more time for that. I don't at the moment. But again, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to try and bring you some good stuff. So just hang in there, YouTube, and I will be bringing you all the good battles I can. And let's get started with some live commentary action, though. Now, some of you complained about my live commentary in the past, saying, oh, this match isn't blah, 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 this or that. Well, I only can get what they give me. So let's take a look at the clan map, actually. Check it out. You got the Heir of Carthage fans and Air Spears both up here on this same thing. That's kind of funny. So it looks like we need to be attacking these guys, whatever their name is. So, and I am in the Air Spears clan right now because I want the Spears specialty. So, I don't know. Total War Rebels. Maybe I'll go after these guys because, yeah, because I have like more influence against, or we have more influence built in that province. So let's go, let's do a match made, sorry, I'm getting messages here on my phone, I gotta check. We'll do a match made battle. Let's see. Alright, so yeah, let's get a match made battle here. Hopefully it'll be a good one. I'm rank 8 now on the Silver Prestige, and basically I'm into the large battles again, but there's also a lot of people who are still doing the Prestige and whatnot, so it really just kind of, it's pretty up in the air on what kind of match you're going to get. You never know when you're going to get like a small funds, medium funds, large funds. Now eventually it'll all start to like equalize again back into the large funds, kind of like it was before the patch. But at least with all the prestige going on out there, it kind of keeps things lively as far as battle size, I think. And there is a little bit different tactics and army builds that you can bring to those type of fights. Let's see. So I got a 9-star. Looks like he's doing the prestige thing also from the Disciples clan. Let's see what kind of. Let's see. He's a legendary leader. Okay, so and it's on Sakura Ridge. And so I'm playing right here Unbalanced Spears and Fugu Cook, which is going to hurt his... I've done lots of battles on Sakura Ridge, so I think you all know how I like to fight this. I'm using those two retainers. The one thing I am worried about is ninjas could actually be quite powerful on this map. So let's see what I want to do. I mean, I kind of want to use ninjas, but they're also kind of hard to manage. I'm going to hope he doesn't, because if he does, that could be pretty bad. But I do want to bring some good anti-cavalry units here, so I'll bring 4 Yari Cav, and then what I'll do is bring 2 Katana Cav, and let's bring some good solid Katana infantry too. Now some of you think that like spears are overpowered. Everybody keeps saying like how spears are the best, spears this, spears that. Spears aren't the strongest infantry units in the game. I know a lot of you think they are, but they really aren't. And I would be extremely cautious about people, thinking that they are like overpowered or amazing or anything like that. There are some good spear units. The Naginata is very versatile, and the Naginata Monk is also very tough. The Naginata Monk is extremely vulnerable to missile fire. The Naginata Samurai is extremely low attack. So there is a trade-off on all those things, and so you can't think that there's like a one unit wins all type scenario, because there's not. There isn't. Trying to think what other units. I want to bring some units to help defend Patchy, because I am going to need just a couple of spear units. My Yari Cav will fend off enemy Cav for the most part, but it's usually smart to bring some Nagi attendants. And to be quite honest, a lot of people talk about overpowered armies. I'm not saying it's overpowered, but I've heard people complain a lot about Naginata heavy armies. Really, a sword army with Naginata attendants is actually one of the most dangerous in my opinion. But I guess that's just me. I'm trying to think what else I want to bring here. Probably just some more infantry, to be honest. This is just a good rush map, and I want to bring as much good infantry as I can bring. I'll bring my long Yari, and then we'll see if I can fit any more units here. I've got 670 Koku. That's the Yari Ashigaru I haven't upgraded yet, for whatever reason. Let's go out here and snag a light cav. Maybe it'll come in handy to have one more extra cav unit, and we'll throw in the last Naginata attendant. Alright, so I've got 5 swords, 2 katana cav, 4 Yari cav, light cav, the long Yari Ashigaru, which is also a very viable unit in melee, so we'll see how this works. So I do have a very infantry-heavy rush build with a very strong cavalry component as well. Well, part of my infantry, I'm considering my katana cav part of my infantry. So technically I have 7 sword units, it's just that 2 of them are mounted, and the reason for that is I can get them to the top of the hill faster, and I can take my Yari cav up first to take down any enemy cav, and I can use them for hammer and anvils if they survive. The katana cav is there in case my opponent has like ninjas or something on top of the hill. The katana cav has a lot more punch than the Yari cav, and I can ruin a unit like ninjas or something, and that would put my opponent in a bad hurt relatively quick. But we'll see how this goes. You know, I don't have any clue how talented my opponent is, and we all know that I'm probably rusty in this game because I haven't been playing a lot. So we'll see if I can even micro my way out of a paper bag here. So yeah, here we go. Come on, load up. I swear Shogun 2 takes forever to load. Alright, here we go. Should be getting close. So yeah, I mean, the strategy on Sakura Ridge is pretty simple, and to be honest, I've seen people who try to like maybe bring a bunch of archers and then back up off the hill. It never works out. It's not something I would recommend. Spoiled rations, reduced fatigue resistance? Yeah, whatever. And yeah, I'm not really too worried about the fatigue resistance thing because I don't expect this fight is going to last that long. Yes, my men have to run up the hill, but Patchy also does help like kind of protect them from fatigue because of his abilities. So yeah, that's actually kind of handy. So I'm going to put kind of a thin line of Naginatas up front, and actually I'll put 2 in the back to protect Patchy because 2 of them should be able to hold off enemy units fairly well in the back. We'll just put our sword units here in a standard formation right behind the Naginatas, and we'll kind of make a sandwich out of this. And like I said, a lot of people complain about overpowered builds. I'm not necessarily saying that this one's unbeatable because I have beat builds like this, but this build is quite strong. And for those of you who seem to think that for some reason Naginata Samurai are overpowered, I guarantee you that I could destroy a Naginata Samurai army with this type of setup under the right circumstances. Of course, all of it depends on how skilled your opponent is and whatnot. But I'm just saying that in the right conditions, you of course could beat a build like that. So I'm going to take a couple of Yari Cav up both sides, and then I will take some Katana Cav right up the center, but I want to get these units grouped first. Okay. Oh, I forgot the stupid key buildings around, so this dumb building is going to get in the way of the farmhouse. I also forgot there's like the morale thing, or the attack and morale shrine. It's tempting to send my Nagi attendants that way, but I'll be alright. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I want to do is run my infantry up. My opponent's also brought a rush army. Not surprising whatsoever. I didn't check to see if I'd position these guys the way I wanted to. My opponent didn't bring a lot of spears though, so I kind of think that's going to be trouble for him because he doesn't have spears up front, so my Katana Cav is going to most definitely wreck into the front of his line. I have more Yari Cav than him, so I am very happily going to take a cavalry engagement. And I'm going to spread my Yari Cav out in the hopes that I can get a good charge off. I'm going to take my Katana Cav straight forward and into his infantry while my Cav pins his down. I'm going to immediately just light into his army here. Alright, so the engagement has begun. My opponent is probably a bit slow to react. I don't know why his spears were out in the woods. I don't believe that was a good idea, so I would say that I probably have a pretty decisive upper hand here just for the moment. He's going to take a massive amount of losses trying to fight off my cavalry, especially my katana cavalry, which is already almost at 100 kills on one of the units with only 5 losses. So that is going to cause an extreme issue for my opponent. Some of my Yari Cav is losing the fight. That's not good. But I can always use my attendant units to hold them off if he comes after me. But look at the damage that some of his sword units are taking. Very extreme, very severe. Not the kind of damage that he wanted to have happening that early in the fight. I do want to rest my guys just a little bit, and I also don't want my Naginata attendants to get into combat. I am going to capture this shrine thingy here. Yeah, some of his cavalry survived, which is kind of unfortunate, but like I said, I think I've done enough damage to the main part of his army that I should be able to pull this off. But the main thing is I got to run my Nagi attendants right next to my infantry at this point. Oh, Patchy went right into combat too, did he? No? Where is Patch? There he is. Let's go ahead and rally things up. He threw some cav into this fight, so I'll throw the Nagi attendants in there also. Pretty sure I got this going. My opponent's not using these cavalry to the best of his ability really right now. He's probably going to go for Patchy here. I'm going to intercept that. That's where the Naginata attendants come in handy. Very cheap unit. Look how many kills. 205 kills. You cannot let Katana Cav get involved with your sword infantry or else you'll just get ruined. So I hope you see that he's like cursing about his gen or something. Well, good game to my opponent. I don't have my keyboard right here. Here we go. Good game. I use like a little game controller. Good game to my opponent. Hopefully you understood my rush strategy there. So my Yari Cav effectively got in there, disrupted his Cav. I forgot about my light Cav. Didn't even use it. Let's save the replay. Save 38p. Okay, saved in battle. So yeah, my rush strategy there was fairly effective. I actually need some more sword units. I don't have like a whole ton of them. Well, I mean, you all saw my veterans. I guess I got quite a few, but I have a lot of different veterans, to be honest. And I got a lot of Yari Cav recently just because I noticed a lot of people running Monk Cav. And although sometimes Monk Cav can beat Yari Cav, it's usually a Pyrrhic victory if they win. So I like bringing Yari Cav because well, it depends on the situation. Like, if I just want to win a cavalry fight or neutralize enemy cavalry, I'll bring Yari Cav, because they will do that. If I want to be able to fight enemy cavalry, kind of, but also maybe make some infantry hits, then I'll bring the Monk Cav, because in a sustained melee, the Monk Cav is much more effective. You know, I don't have a Katana Cav veteran anymore. I think I deleted him a long time ago, so let's resurrect Patchy's Pain Train and bring them back. That was one of my classic veteran names. Patchy's Pain Train. Whoops, I'm screwing it up. So welcome back, Patchy's Pain Train. I don't know how we ever lived without you. So in any case, there we go. Let's take a look at the statistics. Patchy's Pain Train obviously cleaned house with 230 kills, followed closely by the other Katana Cav unit at 229 kills. Absolutely unbelievable. So 460 kills between those two units, and then you can see my other units here did quite well. Even my Yari Cav got a fair number of kills before they died. You can see that I've put names on them to indicate that I use them for anti-cavalry operations, which is really, I mean, Yari Cav is very good at hammer and anvil. They're just horrible in a prolonged melee fight. And so against infantry, although you can cause a lot of damage on the charge, Yari Cav is definitely not a prolonged melee type cavalry. In any case, there's my opponent's kills. You can see that any of his units that ended up getting involved with my Katana Cav, which this is probably, well, I don't know, that one didn't get involved with my Katana Cav, never mind. We can look at some of his sword units and probably figure it out. This one obviously got involved with Katana Cav with 106 losses and only 16 kills. That's kind of a characteristic, and then this one right here I'm sure got involved. Katana Cav will just absolutely destroy any type of sword unit whatsoever. So let's do some more live commentary, and I'll tell you what, Shogun is asking if I'm free, so maybe I will do a live commentary on a 2v2 to make things more interesting here. So I'll be back in just a moment.